Yes, we hear you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Okay, sorry, half an hour late.
Okay. We had, fourth member is not here, so, but we do have a quorum, so you can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, you can open the meeting now.
Yes, sorry about that. Meeting will open at 7:55 PM.
All right.
Okay. What, everybody hear me? Elaine, everybody?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, I see Fred, oh, Paul Peterson,
I'm
And-
Paul Marabito.
Teddy Riley.
You also have a bunch of, people in the,
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So let's do the hearing first, and then we can do the,
No, you have to open the meeting and approve the minutes, then we open the hearing.
okay, I thought I did that. Okay, I'm gonna open up the Whitman Conservation Commission meeting at 8 PM. So the meeting is now open.
First order of business is approval of the minutes of September 15th. I move to approve those.
I second.
Any corrections or additions?
No.
No,
All in favor?
I agree.
Oh, aye, sorry.
Spencer's on as
You're
well.
gonna do a
just-
roll,
Oh,
yeah, make sure you do roll call votes, Elaine.
Pardon? Did I just see Spencer on there?
Yes, Spencer, you said yes?
Yes.
Yes, and George Porter, me, I said yes also to approve the minutes
4-0,
of the September meeting.
minutes are approved, okay. Now you can move to the, continuation of the hearing for 93 Belmont Street. The file number has been received, 3400461.
Everybody hear that? The
Yes.
file number,
Yes.
which was issued by the DEP in Lakeville, 340-06, I'm sorry, 0461, on the property of what's
95 Belmont.
yeah, 95 Belmont Street. Okay, we did receive the email, and I think everybody got copies of it from DEP. And I was wondering if there are any questions concerning the DEP letter. No questions?
Why don't you explain what it was, George, so that the participants can understand?
Okay. When DEP gets a notice of intent, they issue a review letter. And on the review letter, they give what the commission should be looking at. Basically is that the housing, the house and the location and the driveway is within the 200 feet of the Riverfront Act. And they ask if that can be removed or changed, even though it's about, I believe, 10% of the second 100 feet. I think it's there was some abutters who requested copies, and on the proposed dwelling and the driveway. Now, the question is if that can be removed out of the 200-foot zone. But I can read part of the letter from DEP stating that the few things the commission may want to consider while reviewing the application. 200 feet riverfront areas issuing authority may allow the alteration of up to 5,000 square feet or 10% of the riverfront area within the lot, whichever is greater, or a lot recorded on or before October 6, 1997. Note that it states shall, meaning though that the alternatives analysis, if there is any practicable and substantially equivalent economic alternative, the applicant shall either completely avoid work within the riverfront area or minimize it as much as possible. 310 CMR 10.58 4D3 further states that the issuing authority shall allow the construction of a single-family house septic system if no sewer is available and a driveway on a lot recorded before August 7, 1996, where the size or shape of the lot within the riverfront area prevents the construction from meeting the requirements of 310 CMR 10.58 number 4D1 or 2, provided that the performance standards of 310 CMR 10.58 number 4D are met to the maximum extent feasible. In difficult siting situations, the maximum extent of yards around the house should be limited to the area necessary for construction. While the commission shall allow the construction of a single-family house on a lot recorded prior to August 7, 1996, the alternative shall include is the structure as far from the river as possible, which is the required setback from the street and neighboring property. Could they receive a variance from those setbacks to keep it out of the riverfront area? Is the yard minimized to the extent allowed needed for construction or outside of the riverfront area? Their alternatives analysis did not examine alternatives of constructing the house with less or no impact to the riverfront area. Let me know if you would like to discuss this matter. So that's it from DEP. Okay, is Ross Engineering here?
I'm here, it's Paul Maravito.
Oh, you're with Ross Engineering.
I'm here representing the applicant, Fred Gilmetti.
Okay,
Just to follow up on what you said earlier, we received an email from Andrew Poinat from the DEP.
yeah,
You were also copied, you being Elaine
Yes,
and Pete Cortese. And in reviewing a notice of intent application, what Andrew said was that prior to issuing the DEP file number, he wanted us to submit to him a narrative and an alternatives analysis where we would do three things. We had to demonstrate compliance with the performance standards for the riverfront area. We had to provide an alternative analysis as described in the Wetlands Act. And we had to provide the total area of riverfront area on the lot, which was on the plan. I did a 3-page narrative and alternatives analysis, which I did send to the DEP. I copied the Conservation Commission as well, and I think I submitted that on a Friday, and we got the DEP file number the following Monday morning. So having said that, we've complied with all the requirements under the Wetlands Protection Act for doing work within the buffer zone of the wetland and also doing work within the riverfront area. And some of the items you mentioned earlier, for example, the house has to be set back as far as it can from the riverfront. It is, it's right up against the front yard setback and the side setback. If you look at it from Belmont Street, the area of work around the house is fairly limited. There's no garage, it's simply a small house and a driveway. So having said that, the DEP did read our alternatives analysis, and they obviously agreed with it, and the fact that we did meet the performance standards under the Wetlands Protection Act and the riverfront analysis. So with that, I'll end, and at this point, I think we've completed everything we were required to do in order to get the DEP file number.
Okay, I see that the front is 30 feet and the side lot is 16.2.
Yes, the front yard setback is 30 feet. We put it back 30.2 feet to make sure they put it within the setback. And the side yard is 16.2, which is 1.2 feet greater than the required setback. There's a wood stone wall over there that we want to preserve. So we moved the house in a little bit, about a foot.
Very good. Okay, so those all requirements have been met.
Correct.
And when Mr. Mirabito sent that information, I forwarded it to all of the commission members so that they all had that document forwarded to them and have read.
Okay. Have any members have any questions? Sandy,
No, I'm good.
Spencer?
No.
Okay. And Elaine, do you have any questions?
No, I read the document carefully.
Okay. Well, I myself really don't have any questions. I think that the project is fine. I don't see how we can move the house to the side or to the front anymore than what it is, because it meets the setbacks, and as to having a variance,
Everybody's left because they know they're not gonna win.
they're not going to issue it.
They're all leaving.
I'm s- I'm sorry, who? So I have no problems with the setbacks or any changes in that, unless they go back to the appeals board and everything. They'll take a few more months. I don't know what the change would be. It'd be quite a bit. So in my opinion, you could leave it the way it is. How about the other members? Is that okay with you? With everybody, Elaine, Sandy, and Spencer?
I didn't quite get what you were talking about. We're voting on this notice of intent.
Yeah. Well, one of the questions that DEP has is that if you go back to have a variance done to make it less than the
I
requirements.
saw
Oh,
that.
yeah, setback. So,
But if the applicant has complied with the information here,
yes, I have no problem with this. The setbacks and everything else. So if Fred, you have any questions? You have any questions, Fred? I see you. Or is that Paul Peters?
No. I'm George.
Yeah, you all set?
All set.
Okay, and Ross Engineering, you all set?
All set.
Yeah, okay, thank you for doing that. Okay, so I will accept a motion to close the hearing on 340-0461 as submitted.
I motion to close the meeting.
Second.
Mr.
Any
Chairman?
further questions?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I have a question. This is Donald Moran. Looking
Donald,
through the-
yes, go ahead.
Hello. So looking through all the documentation that was sent, I did notice that the ecologist surveyed for endangered species in the area in January with 1 inch of snow on the ground. Does that concern the committee at all? That really, I mean, you can't, how effective was that as a survey?
Well, there's only a couple of areas for endangered species. And one of them was the red belly turtle, and the other one was the two-spotted salamander and the wood frog. And I don't know, I think those are the only three as far as I remember. And if the survey shows no evidence of endangered species, then we'll have to go with that.
But the problem that we're having is how can that be determined with a layer of snow on top of the ground?
Can I answer that question, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, go ahead, because I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, the a botanist was Brad Holm. He's a certified botanist, and what he looks for is any evidence of a potential vernal pool. He did not notice any evidence of one on the ground. He can even do that with the snow. In his report, he indicated that the site did not contain any certified vernal pools from the state, but he also looks for any potential ones that may not be certified. I spoke to him last week and he didn't find any. There are no areas subject to flooding. The other thing is that he said the site is not located within the estimated priority habitat for rare species, according to the Massachusetts Natural Heritage and Endangered Species Program. That agency published maps that shows areas in any given town that would contain those resource areas, and there were none shown on. And as far as the vernal pool, there was no evidence of one on the ground, and there's nothing at the state level that had been certified in this area. And that's all been documented in his report that was sent to both the commission and the DEP.
Okay, I'm looking at. Okay, do you have Ross Engineering, the map of the town showing the two areas of endangered species?
Yes, me, the one we submitted with a notice of intent?
Yes, I'm looking at it now.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it, the map.
It's let's see, it's.
Can you hold the map up?
Yeah, if you count from the back, it's the 5th page back from the back of the page.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's,
It on the bottom it says priority habitats.
no, is that it? Yeah,
It shows up here is the site. that's in blue. And if this area of the town had any of these, this resource area, you would see usually some yellow striping. And there's no yellow cross hatching anywhere on the map, which indicates this area of town, as shown on the map, doesn't contain any priority habitats or rare species or estimated habitat of rare wildlife. These are
Okay,
maps.
does that show, I believe there was 2 sites? Is that one of them or?
Yes, you look at the middle of the plan, it says site. And it's got an arrow going down to the site. It's shown in a blue teardrop.
Yeah,
That's the site. Again, if this was in,
oh, I see, the Belmont Street and then
yeah, that blue dot,
yeah,
that's the lot we're talking about.
yes,
And if it was in this habitat area, you would see yellow cross hatching in this area. It'd be fairly large, and there's nothing here.
okay. So Donald Moran, any other questions? Does that answer your question?
No, no more questions. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any further questions? Okay, since there are no more questions or concerns, then I will close the hearing. And okay, I myself don't know of any so I will entertain a motion to issue a positive determination.
Sure, I think it'd be in order of conditions.
On the order of conditions, yes.
Correct. What we need to vote on is an order of conditions for this project.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any special orders. Anybody think of any special orders that we have to add other than the basic 18 that we have?
We have a boilerplate, and there are other special conditions on the standard DEP revised order of conditions. We also have a couple of conditions that we put in based on individual projects. And on this one, I would suggest that we put in the information regarding the wetland report and the information received from DEP regarding the wetland area.
Okay.
That cover the project.
Okay, we can do that.
That would be a special condition.
Anything else?
I motion to add the wetlands report and the DEP comments to the order of conditions.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Elaine says yes.
Yes.
Sandy says yes.
Spencer says
Spencer?
yes. Yes.
Okay, and I also approve, yes.
4 all in favor. Okay. So the project is approved.
Okay, then
Thank you very
Then-
much.
that's it. And of course, you'll get copies as soon as you can. Elaine gets it out.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You're welcome.
Thank you, board.
You're welcome.
It will take me a day or so because I have to do both emails to DEP and also to the applicant and get them signed by the board. So I will call when it's all ready to be picked up, and Mr. Mirabito, I will be emailing yours and emailing to the DEP as well. They have a complicated project, but I know how to do it now.
Okay. All right, so that's it on the hearing.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, back to the conservation business.
We need to vote on the acceptance of the September minutes.
On the September 2nd minutes, do we have any changes or additions?
No.
Yeah.
We'll have a motion to accept the minutes.
I motion to accept the minutes of the, is it September, what was it? I'm sorry. Second?
September 15th.
September 16th meeting.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Sandy, Spencer, I, George, and
This is approved.
okay. Just to let, site inspection,
Mhm.
I received a call from a homeowner, number 9 Edward Drive, to take a look, see what he has to do on some of the things that he wants to do. And what he wants to do is requires a notice of intent because he has a detention basin on his property. And right now, he is gathering information and so forth to see what he has to do and what the requirements are. So we may or may not get a notice of intent from him right away, but he does have my number. He'll call if he has any further questions. So the things that he has to do, you know, he's wants to grade, fill in his backyard. He wants to put in a retaining wall. He wants to cut down some trees, and he's not sure what else. But
Well,
he'll have to file a notice of intent.
You should certainly go on the DEP site and get a copy of the instructions for filling out a notice of intent, as well as the copy of the notice of intent. You can print them off from the website and make sure that all the material is filled, because they won't accept it unless it's completely done, and follow the directions. They're all
Yeah.
spelled out, and it's easy to do if you've gathered your information first.
Yeah, I did mention to the homeowner to go on the website and so forth, and I don't think he's going to do it right now, but maybe next year sometime if he does do it.
Well, at whatever time he does it, there are new forms that just were put into place in May, so those are the ones that he will access when he goes on the website.
Yes, okay.
I don't have anything else.
No, that's all I have is that one, the site inspection by the homeowner. Okay, does anybody else have anything?
Just for reference, I pulled up the map online while we were chatting here. The only place in Whitman that has the protection for the rare species is actually the Hobart Meadow. No other areas have it.
Oh, okay. I know there's an area, but I can't quite remember, but it's this whole Hobart Meadow.
Yep.
Okay, that's,
More for future reference.
yeah, that's the behind Hobart's Pond
Mhm.
in that field there. Yeah. And I haven't heard from anybody.
That's good.
So we're good.
Yep.
So no news is good news sometimes. So, okay, I again apologize for the delay in getting into logged in and so forth. It took a team effort.
May I, before we close out, just make one comment?
Yep,
I received a call, an email from Lisa Green, who is the interim town administrator, and she referenced a project that had come to the selectmen, and it was one of the projects that had not come to any kind of decision. So when she described it to me, I told her that that was something that would need to come to the Conservation Commission, and she was going to get in touch with the person who is proposing the project, because it is in wetlands. And if they want to get any permission from the town for town use, it still has to have a hearing by the Conservation Commission for approval or denial. And she said that she would talk to the applicant and direct him to the Conservation Commission as needed. So we may be hearing from her or not. Depends on whether they decide to pursue their project.
so it's possibly that we may hear and get more paperwork.
Well, yes, and there are probably going to be other projects coming up. And we follow the same process, whether we're on a Zoom meeting or an in-person meeting. If something comes up and is turned in with the documentation needed, we set up a hearing and we follow through with making decisions on whatever the project is, whether it's an order of conditions for a project or whether it's a determination of applicability or anything else. Whether it's a Zoom meeting or an in-person meeting, we will have a meeting at least once a month to take care of any business that comes up, so that nothing will be hanging fire for months at a time. It's bad enough the way we have to do things now, we might as well keep on top of them. That's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. Our next meeting is the third Thursday in November. How does that line up with Thanksgiving?
The minute my calendar is here. Thanksgiving is the 26th. And
So-
the third
so-
Tuesday is the 17th. The third Tuesday of November is the 17th.
17th. So that's okay.
Yeah, if it's convenient for the cable people, I will check with Ryan tomorrow and book it so that it can be booked at the town hall with the town clerk as well.
Okay, if nothing comes up and so forth, we can cancel it.
That's right.
Yeah, we can let Ryan know.
Yeah, I'll take care of all that. He's very good about that. And
Yes.
does his job.
Thank you very much. Okay. All right, anything else anybody have at the moment?
Nope, I'm good.
We're good?
I'm good.
Okay. Then I will close the hearing at 8:30. And thanks again, Ryan.